In this instruction, we will demonstrate how to perform an impedance pH examination with the Ohmega recorder of medical measurement systems. A patient is referred to a gastroenterologist where she will undergo reflux monitoring in order to diagnose or exclude gastroesophageal reflux disease. The patient receives written confirmation of the appointment and a leaflet explaining the procedure, which contains instructions to fast. In this instruction, we will discuss the equipment needed, calibration of the catheter, quality control of the recording, intubation and positioning of the catheter, the importance of the patient diary. Before the patient arrives, preparations can be started. The equipment required for ambulatory impedance pH recording are an Ohmega recorder, one AA battery, an impedance pH catheter, 2 buffer solutions with calibration stand, a long test tube with saline. The catheter must be calibrated for each new patient examination. Calibration ensures that both the catheter and recorder are accurately measuring pH. Buffer solutions of pH 4 and pH 7 are used. To avoid contaminating these buffer solutions, you should fill one of the calibration tubes with water. Power is supplied by one AA alkaline battery. A new battery should be used for each examination to guarantee 24-hour recording. Start the MMS software program to enter patient demographic information first. The next step is to establish a wireless connection with the Ohmega impedance pH recorder. Select the investigation protocol of the catheter being used. Click on the New Investigation button to continue with the calibration procedure. Connect the impedance pH catheter to the Ohmega recorder. You are now ready for pH calibration. Some types of catheters need to pre-soak before calibration can be done. Therefore, place the tip of the catheter in the calibration tube with water. MMS's Virtual Instructor Program, VIP, will guide you through the calibration procedure. Place the catheter in the calibration tube with red buffer solution pH 4. Click on the Next button to start calibration. The VIP program will continue automatically when the pH signal is stable. Rinse the catheter with water. Contamination should be avoided as this can affect the quality of the calibration. Place the catheter in the green buffer solution pH 7 to continue calibration. When the pH 7 signal is stable, calibration ends. After ending calibration in buffer solution pH 7, the quality of the calibration can be verified. Place the catheter alternately in each buffer solution and check the reading of the pH value. The VIP program shows the pH values on the screen. The reading in the red buffer solution is pH 4. The green buffer shows pH 7. Once stable pH values have been obtained, you are ready to check the quality of the impedance channels. Place the catheter in the long test tube containing saline or buffer solution. In saline, the impedance signal drops. When the catheter is removed from the test tube, Impedance increases due to the contact with the air. With quality control of the pH and impedance channels, you are ready to welcome the patient. The patient arrives to undergo the examination. Explain the procedure to the patient to promote cooperation and to avoid difficulties while intubating the catheter. Ask the patient which nostril is less obstructed. Intubation should be done through the nostril that is most open. A little local anesthetic, either spray or gel, can be used. Wait a few minutes for the anesthetic to take effect. A minimal amount of lubricating gel can be applied to the tip of the catheter to aid its passage. Gently insert the impedance catheter through the nose into the pharynx. The patient is instructed to bring her head forward so that the chin touches the chest. Ask the patient to swallow the catheter. To make it easier, let the patient drink sips of water from a straw. Intubate the impedance pH catheter into the stomach to prevent curling. Withdraw the catheter slowly and position the pH sensor 5 centimeters above the upper border of the lower esophageal sphincter. The LES position can be determined by performing a manometry examination prior to the impedance pH examination. The catheter is held in place by taping it to the nose and cheek. Now you are ready to start the actual recording by using the Ohmega recorder or the VIP program. Let the patient swallow a little orange juice. On the screen, you will see the propagation of the swallow in the impedance channels. The acidic juice is indicated by a drop in pH. Before the patient leaves, you have to explain how to use the diary event buttons on the Ohmega. The symptom button is the most important event button. This button is used to indicate the onset of a symptom. The supine button is used to indicate the beginning and end of the supine period. Eating and drinking can be marked with the meal button. As with the supine button, the button will be pressed twice to indicate the start and end of a meal period. Detailed information about symptoms, as well as meal periods and supine periods, are described in the written diary, where the patient notes the exact times taken from the Ohmega display. The next day, the patient returns for removal of the catheter. The recording can be stopped by using the buttons on the Ohmega recorder. Remove and discard the single-use impedance pH catheter. Connect the Ohmega to the computer in order to transfer the recorded data. Together with the patient, make sure that the patient diary is completed and accurate. The patient may leave. And you are ready to edit the patient diary on the computer. When the data is reviewed for the first time, the software automatically shows all of the diary events the patient indicated with the Ohmega buttons. In this example, the supine period at night was not marked. With a few clicks, you can easily enter the beginning and end time. After analyzing the examination, you can print a comprehensive impedance pH report.